Hey guys, how's it going? Well, it's another beautiful day. It didn't start out that way, but it turned out nice, and it's kind of late in the afternoon, and it was rainy and sort of drizzly and damp and all that, and still a little bit cool today. So all that going on is such that I'm not going to get into a car thing today. I'm going to start that tomorrow on Saturday when we get back on the Plymouth. But in the meantime, I thought I would get into a little light project here. And what I got going on is right here in the back of the truck, this thing you see here in front of you, this is a Weedeater brand gas powered edger. And you may remember a couple years ago or so I said that I'd like to find a gas powered edger if I ever found one in a thrift store. And so it took me a lot of looking around to not find one. What I ended up finding was one of these things here, which is an electric edger. It's a Craftsman 12 amp electric, and I got it about a year ago. It took me a year to find that one, and it's okay, but it's a little bit flimsy and a little bit weak, and it clogs up. You can see it's got some schmuck in the bottom right there anyway, right now, where I used it once this year. So anyway, I was looking around for something a little bit better, and this thing is not anything great. This is just one of these big box pieces of garbage, but it pulls over, feels like it's got pretty decent compression, but it's got the usual wrong with it when you find it in like the thrift store. You know what that is I'll show you. This thing has got busted fuel lines and a busted primer bulb. It's hard to see that, but it is actually got a split in it up there when I push on it. So hopefully I'm going to put fuel lines on this thing and it should run. I hope. This thing is supposed to have an air cleaner on it someplace. I don't know where it's at. It says it's remote mounted. Maybe it's in here. Hope I don't take those bolts off and take the cylinder head off. But anyway, I'll look around for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put the lines on it and all that. Got some new line there and a primer bulb over there. I figured that's what was going on because when I moved it around, it rattled in there. So hopefully do the fuel lines and that'll get this thing up and running. So we'll see. In the meantime, let me turn some wrenches and we'll see what gives with this thing. So just as a demonstration to kind of prove a point, I'm gonna fix this thing hopefully using two tools, screwdriver and a pair of side cutters, I guess you call these. That's what I call them, nippers. And we'll see if this thing start up and run again. And if that's the case, then it's just going to prove this old story that goes on. People buy stuff like this and they run it without hardly any maintenance until it quits, stops running, won't start, and then they just throw it out and get another one, or donate it and get another one. And that's their philosophy on things like this. You know, apply money to the problem, it goes away. You don't have to worry about it. You got too much money to worry about things, and that's fine. If that's the way you want to conduct your life, that's not up to me. But I personally am glad about that, because that gets us common folks that don't want to just waste our money on new stuff after new stuff after new stuff. Gets us things we like and need. So hey, so the first order of business is we're going to need to dump what's in this gas tank out. There's nothing in the gas tank, hopefully, except just a filter. Come on. Yep, this is a broken line. Yep, there's a connector of some sort. There it is. Okay, good. All right, so this is our fuel filter, And it sits in the tank down here at the bottom. It's got a little weight on the bottom of it, so it stays down in there. And you got a little connector. I don't even know why that's in there. That's strange. Is there a connector in there? Well, I don't know. Anyway, so be that as it may, this one's got two different size lines on it. It's got a very small line, which is the return, and it obviously will not fit on this filter, so we know that's the return size. And then you have the more common larger size, and you can tell obviously that's going to fit just fine on that. So I don't know why the connector was in here. It was on the supply line, and somebody may know, but in the meantime we're not going to worry about that. This thing routes the lines back along the still got a piece of schmuck in here. I heard rattling. What is that? I think I know what that is. There. Come on. I almost had it. Come on. Come out. Come out. Come out. Alright, another piece. There we go. That is the thing for the gas cap. It's got popped out, I guess, somehow. Broken off. It's broken. So, really rather that not be laying in there like that, loose. So. Yeah, it's broken out. It broke out of the cap, I think, here. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe we're alright. Yeah, after I broke it. Let's see. Well, anyway. Break it. It's not. Down on there. Got a warm. Alright, so we got some parts that fell out of this gas tank. And I see one of them is what looks to be this little guy here, which is looks like a one-way vent, which is supposed to go on the small line, I suppose. But you know what? I don't see how in the world. It's like an anti-siphon thing, I guess. But I don't see how in the world that's supposed to fit on the end of a piece of line like this without a connector. I have a connector that came out of it, but it's not the right size that I can tell. Maybe it is. Let me make that work. Alright. Alright, in the meantime, so let's kind of look and see where our lines travel around to. And they're kind of, it's got a lot of lines on it. I mean, a lot of line comes back on the fuel tank. And goes under here to the carburetor. Now this one you really don't have to be concerned about getting the lines mixed up because they're two different sizes. That makes it really easy. So we're just gonna work on getting them pulled out. Figure out a way to attack here. Just come off the carburetor first. Do it. All right, 2 connections on the carburetor. Comes off there. Try to keep the dirt out of the carburetor. Can. That looks like that got reversed. Sure does. Somebody had the lines reversed on it, looks like. Or maybe not. Okay, well if that's maybe not. I don't know for sure, but it looks to me like this one, the one towards the primer bulb, is the supply to the comes from the tank feed in the filter, so we're going to try them like that one may have to reverse them. Alright. Alright, that's a bunch of boring mumbo jumbo. Watch me mess with these lines, so we'll come back here in just a few when I get those things put on. They saw fit to put these fuel lines right on the very bottom of the fuel tank. I guess that's maybe a good idea, I don't know, but makes it kind of difficult since it's a really tight interference fit to prevent leaks. It makes it pretty difficult to get these lines started, so what I do is I take my side cutters and cut a V-notch in these lines, and then that kind of helps them get started. And then I lied, not on purpose, but ended up lying. I said it'd take 2 tools. It does not. It takes more than that, but I got a little straight pick of a deal here. So what I do is this helps us get started in here, and then I just take this thing and sort of stuff it in there. And you know, it's not, you probably want to cut off the last few inches of this anyway that you're using, due to the fact that we've been kind of abusing this by pushing this in there. Now, one of you guys may have, well, several of you may have a better idea how to do this than this. If you do, let me know. I'll be glad to steal it from you, or I may incorporate it from you. It's a rather peculiar arrangement, I'll say that for it. Because I can tell I'm kind of putting some holes in this line, and that would never work. But what I'm doing is, once I get enough stuffed in here, then come by it and I turn this thing over. And come inside the gas tank. I take these, which are the wrong ones. I have a set that's got a straight end on it, but I don't know where they went. In the meantime, I just go ahead and use these. Start pulling this line through carefully. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the last little bit of this, because I know I've kind of mugged it up with some holes I can see right there. So let's go ahead and just clip this. And we need to grab this fuel filter. And these things really, you don't ever have to really replace these, because it's just a, I don't know what that's made, if that's like a ceramic or what it is, but they don't normally, I've never seen one clog up. I guess I could, but since I said I never saw them clog up, that means that they don't ever clog up, right? No, it does not mean that. It means nothing. It means some dude in his backyard in Middle Tennessee is just rattling on. All right, so we got that in, so let's go ahead, and this thing needs to lay on the bottom of the fuel tank, so kind of carefully, sounds like the 5 o'clock special's coming, pull this back through. Let this thing kind of, I don't really like that too well, but I guess it'll be all right for it. Whoops, I did something kind of wrong, didn't I? Bet I did. Can you guess what I did wrong? Maybe I didn't do it wrong. Let's see here. Maybe not. I might gonna work like this. Let's see if I think it'll work like that. Well, here's what I did wrong. I pulled this thing too far out, like I knew I probably would, and so now this dingus of a filter won't lay over like it's supposed to. Dumb dummy. How could you do something like that? Very easily. For a dummy. That's why you did it. So let me just see if I can grab this thing. No, I'm not going to be able to now. Dummy. What a dumb that was. I'll be back. So, okay then. So this is what I did wrong the first time, and I had to just go back and redo this. Is that I didn't pull the fuel line up because this filter has to lay on the bottom of the tank, right? So I didn't have enough, so it was kind of sticking up. It has to lay over, it can't stick up, right? So anyway, where's Musty One to tell jokes when you need them? So let's do this again. So, I'll tell you guys, I've been watching, if you haven't subscribed to South Main Auto Repair, I think it's the name of the channel, South Main Auto SMA on YouTube, you really ought to. I've been checking his channel out. I subscribe to him. He does a lot of, he runs a shop there in New York, and he does a lot of diagnostic repairs. And so if you like mysteries and things like that, you'll like his channel a whole lot. And also, that's what you got to do here this time. Now I may still have to pull a little bit of this line out, but let's see. Yeah, let's just lay on the bottom. Good. That'll work. So, right then, that's in. That rattle, that means it's hitting the bottom of the tank. Very good. So now I got to go back and wrap these through here further. This thing has got a little spot right here. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but kind of route the lines through. Another channel that I'd encourage you guys to check out is Old Car Alley. That's Howard, powered by Howard, and Howard's got an interesting channel. Yeah, I think you guys will like it. Howard is very meticulous about things he does. Notice that, which is good. There isn't going to be any shoddy halfway repairs done at Howard's place. But anyway, Howard likes old cars and old things and stuff, same as a lot of us like that are on these channels. So I'd encourage you to check him out. Okay, well, I'm glad I bought 2 foot of this line. So, you bored yet? Give myself a little slack there. Yeah, you hear how long that train is taking to get up here. He's coming uphill this way, coming south. So you're about to be treated to some Jivo music here in just a couple, 3 minutes. I'll let you listen. Those are on right. And also, I don't know what that banging, what they're hitting down there. It sounds like the welded rail's got a joint in it, because when they get past through here, you're going to hear something go bam, 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 bam. So it sounds like they had to fix the rail down there. Basically never have welded it. Why was it working the other day? Yeah, just about everything now is GE power on this line by the house out here. Early this morning I heard something with the EMD on it. I don't know what it was, what kind of engine it was. Can't see them from here, but well, maybe they worked on that track. I don't hear it now. Right. That's not good. Broke it. Alright, let's get some gas. This thing calls for 40 to 1, but I put 32 to 1 in everything I got, so it's getting some 32 to 1. Oh, you guys can't see, can you? Oops. Sorry. Should watch me spill gas everywhere. Need a funnel, man. Okay. So, yeah, the line probably broke and this thing started pouring gas like everywhere, I guess. Let's see if we got any driving action here. It's actually just an air bleed. Yeah. Come on. Let's talk more. There it goes. And bam, bam, bam. See what I just did? Yeah. I'm not getting nothing here. I know nobody would ever put the lines on backwards. They wouldn't do that. Sure did. I saved it, man. That's some funky looking. Oh boy, that gas doesn't look good at all. I guess it had a little bit left in it. See that? Yeah. Yeah, kind of beautiful. This plug looks clean, but it's got wet with what smells like funky old gas. Clean that plug up a little bit. Hope I didn't get gypped. Switch back on. Get it half gypped this time. It does not want to cooperate. Bet this thing's gonna have a gunked up carburetor. Yep. New gas. One more time. If you get it to clear its throat a little bit, maybe it'll probably a little nicer, you think? Yeah. And if any of you observant YouTubers say, sure looks like you're putting gas in with a radiator antifreeze tester, you're correct. I don't have one of those nice squeezy bottles, but I'm looking for one. Let's do half jug this time so we can get it to rev a little bit maybe. We have no carburation. So, okay, I guess in the next step, I will take this into the surgery center and open that carburetor up and see if I can fix it. And 15 minutes later, we got another southbounder pulling the grade and running them through today. Unfortunately, this is the same exact carburetor that is giving me so much problems on that blower over there in the corner. And these things, sometimes you can get them to work good again, sometimes you can't. But I've taken this thing apart so I can clean it, and I've tried to save the gaskets. I've got some residue left there off the, I guess that's the, I don't know what that thing is there, I guess the fuel pump. But well, I mean, I know what they are. Just, you got a couple things in here that are almost sort of doing the same thing, so I end up just calling them the wrong name normally. But anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean this back up, and I think probably what our problem is going to be this right here. There's a screen sits in there. If I can get the camera and the light to play nice. Doesn't really look like it from here. It looks like just a sort of a recessed area with smuts in it, but there's a screen in there and there's all kinds of goop and stuff on the top of it. In fact, I may see if I can get that out here. Well, this carburetor's obviously never been rebuilt. That thing is in there, so I'm going to assess whether I can just get away with cleaning that off, spray it off or not. But I'm going to work on that, and then I'm going to put this thing back together and we'll see what happens. It's not a very exciting carburetor to rebuild. This time we got EMD. That's a light engine set. See how fast it's going? No cars behind it. Yeah, that was a light engine move. One engine. All right then, round two of this thing. I've cleaned out the carburetor and put everything back together. And we got the air filter out of it temporarily because, as you can see, it's horrid. So that's right. It's a good thing about things like this. When you got plenty of money, you don't have to worry about fixing things or maintaining them. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. So you gotta just don't worry about it. Throw it away. Get rid of it. Out of sight, out of mind. So anyway, I'm going to try this again. I'm having some doubts though. You know, I'm thinking, well, what if I messed it up? I took that carburetor apart. What if I put a part in the wrong spot? Or maybe I put it in the right spot, but I put it in backwards. Or what if I left something out? What if I dropped something? Don't worry about it. Here we go. Try it again. Come on. Let's get it flat there. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna have that thing flooded before I'm able to do anything with it. I gotta be careful with this because this blade tries to hit the floor or hit the piece of wood there. Blister on my hand. Do this other-handed one. I can't. I don't know about this left-handed cord stuff. Tell me these carburetors are the devil. Wildrow carburetors. Yeah. So awful. I'm going to give my hand a rest and let this thing run a while, just warm up and see if it will clear its throat out. Okay then, well, it does run. It does not run on anything but the choke. And you see that puddle right there? That's gas that's been leaking out of the carburetor. So it's flooding as well as not, it's got issues. So the carburetors for these are really not, they're as cheap as a whole entire rebuild kit. So I don't know if that's going to be another Wildrow carburetor or is it going to be some kind of cheap knockoff. Yeah, I don't much care at this point. So $14 in the edger and another $16 for a carburetor, so whatever that turns out to be. So I'll just go ahead and get another carburetor and put on it because I don't feel like dealing with this existing carburetor because it's just one of these types of carburetors that I think they've got passages that cannot be cleaned easily. Now they may be able to if you have an ultrasonic cleaner, which I do not. I'd have to buy one, but that's just is what it is. So I will be looking at ordering a carburetor for this thing soon. I got to go back out of town this next week, but in the meantime, in the morning, probably going to get started back on the Plymouth out there, and get the next little bit of downtime. I think I'm going to tackle this guy here. So this is a very old Murray lawnmower. A buddy of mine gave that to me. I think I told you that already. So came to me not running, and I've not heard it even pop once, no matter what I've done to it. So that's going to be a challenge. But anyway, so there we go. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll do something fun coming up. See ya.